introduce myself. My name is Bonnie Simonelli. I am a Cleveland State graduate a couple times. I am the Revere Local Schools At-Risk Student Liaison, student coordinator actually, and that's what I do. I also do a little private practice on the side as a side gig, but my main job is as a school at-risk student coordinator. Well, I first got started as an at-risk student coordinator way back 1994. I took a job with the Parma City Schools, and that I was called a home liaison. So that was my title there. Basically, we would call them now school social workers. My first degree from Cleveland State was a social work degree, and that led me to work in different places, hospital settings, nursing home settings, but education was always my goal. So I was able to find this position as a social worker, was able to apply, and I got the job, and that's where I started, 1994, Parma City Schools. So a normal day for me starts off with reporting to the office in Revere, and it's mostly at the high school, 4 days a week at the high school, 1 day a week in the middle school on Fridays. So there really is no predictable day because you're working with people, humans, and when you work with people, anything can happen, and anything does during a day at school. But starts off, the best normal day would be to start off, be available in my office for students that are either having a crisis time or moment, that they can come in and kind of chill out and go through it, process through it, and hopefully get back to class as soon as possible. But then there's other things that might happen during the day where another school may call me, something's going on with a student over there that I'd have to go and see them, kind of help out that way. I also do some attendance liaison work where some students that are having difficulties with getting to school or staying at school and have truancy, and that's kind of a word we're not going to use as much next year, but issues with refusing to come to school for many different reasons, most of all mental health, most of all just anxiety and things that are going on in their personal lives that kind of stop them from coming to school. So I also deal with kids that are having those kind of issues. So really, I would say I'm like a school counselor, but I don't have to do the credit checks and make sure the college stuff is all set. Although I've been asked by many students, maybe you were one of them, Lucas, to write a college essay for you, as a recommendation letter, and I think I did for you actually. And those are really thrilling for me to see my students start maybe in middle school and then see them graduate and then see them in college actually. So pretty cool. So a normal day starts off with just working with kids, working with the buildings, getting things in order for them, mental health wise, hopefully connecting resources to students and to families. That's what a normal day looks like. The hardest part is, I would say, when you just can't. You've tried every trick you have in your bag, and there's nothing that you can do to help at that immediate time. That's very difficult. You can't control or change things sometimes in people's lives, but you can be part of the puzzle. So I always say maybe what I'm doing now could have an effect many years from now. That I'll be that person they remember, oh, that lady, and I don't even remember her name, said something that made so much sense, and now I know why I heard that. So, but the hardest part is not always seeing the end result of your work, because you're working with people, and many times that's to me the hardest part. Losing a student, many ways. Have I ever thought about quitting? Never. In fact, retirement's not that far away from me, and it gives me a little pause sometimes to think about retiring. Like, do I want to retire? I'm not sure. We'll decide that when that year comes. But quitting, no. When I landed in schools, I knew I found where I needed to be. So quitting, no. Yeah, I would tell somebody just starting out to learn as much as you can about your audience, the people you serve, the people that you're working for. Learn as much as you can and help them understand that you do want to relate, you want to support, and that you're there for a good purpose. But know who you're working with. Very important. Know who you're working with. In one sentence, I would say, if I could sum this up in one sentence, I would say you will affect changes. You will affect changes in people no matter what you do, good or bad. Just be a good person and know that you make a difference, one way or the other.